Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to go over ICP test results. A little bit of background on that. So I attended Reef Palooza and I met the ATI lighting guys. They were showcasing their new lighting system for reefs. They looked incredible, by the way. Hopefully one day I'll have a tank big enough to warrant getting a system like that. But they were nice enough to hand out free ICP tests. Now, I'd never done one on this tank before, so decided why not. Let me send a sample in and let's see what's going on in here. And I did get the results back pretty recently, so let's go over them and let's see what's going on in this little system here. Alright, so here are the test results from the ICP test. 88% is the total, a solid B+, which is good. Let's see if we can improve that. Salinity, maybe a tiny bit low, but still pretty good. Major elements all look excellent. So that all for reef is really doing its job well. 10 out of 10 product. Moving on to the minor elements. So these kind of appear to be all over the place. Once again, all for reef. It does dose a lot of the minor elements that we see here, plus a few others that aren't listed. It is pre-mixed with Tropic Marine's A- and K+ elements. So, okay, it looks like some get used faster than others. Some build, some are just gone immediately. There's not much I could do about that when we're dealing with water volume this small. Things are just going to be a little bit all over the place. So it's going to be very difficult, if not just completely impossible, to keep all minor elements steady and stable. But I'm happy with this result. Even the ones that say below normal, like manganese and iron, as long as I know that every time the dosing pump goes off, a little bit of it is introduced, I'm happy. Now phosphates, it says it's above normal, but that's fine. 0.10 to 0.15 is my target. That seems to be what the corals like. So I'm happy with this one. Now, pollutants. As you can see, we have a problem here. 182.3 micrograms per liter of aluminum. Granted, I haven't seen any ill effects with the corals and the invertebrates. I do feel like I need to do something about this aluminum. I need to be proactive and figure out the source and get rid of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so I went down a bit of a Google rabbit hole trying to figure out what the source of aluminum would be in a reef tank, and all signs pointed to ceramic biomedia. I am running about a cup of marine pure gems in the baffle back there. It's sort of like a pod refuge of sorts. So that's most likely where this aluminum is coming from. I think I'm going to remove them, replace them with something else, perhaps rubble rock. My main reason being, even though I haven't seen any problems with the corals or the shrimp or anything, my main reason is that, well, water changes just are not a part of the scheduled maintenance for this tank. I change it very rarely, every 2 or 3 months, maybe like that much or so, you know. There's just no reason for me to do them. I don't import or export any nutrients. Everything this tank needs, nitrates, phosphates included, it gets dosed. So because I don't change the water frequently, the gems are just sitting back there leaching aluminum the whole time. I mean, that's how it gets to the levels that we're seeing in the ICP test. So I think I'm going to remove them. So let me show you. Alright, so the biomedia that I'm running back here, it is a very important part of the tank's overall filtration system. As you can see, I'm not running a sand bed, so surface area is pretty limited in here overall. That being said, I don't think I could simply rip it out, at least not without potentially causing a disturbance or problems down the line. So what I think I'm going to do is get some rubble rock and put it in the baffle there next to the biomedia. Give it about a week for the bacteria and the microfauna to colonize it. and then slowly start taking the biomedia out. Hopefully after that, a few big water changes will reduce the aluminum concentration in here. So that's the plan. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I went to the fish store and got a loose bag of rubble rocks here. These are Marco rocks, so they shouldn't leach anything in the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse them out in salt water just to get the dust and the little particles out, and we'll put them in the back of the aquarium. Yeah, look at that, getting pretty milky. Might have to do it a few times just to get it right. Also, it's important to use salt water or RO water. Tap water, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but when you have a system as small as mine, you really do want to be careful with things like that. Alright, one more should do the trick. Alright. This looks good to me. I think we're ready. So let's go ahead and take the back side of the tank off and bring it over here. Alright, I moved the tubes out of the way, so let's go ahead and shut this pump off, or put it in feeding mode rather. And let's move the light just a little bit out of the way, and we should be good to kind of just lift this guy and get it out of here. Alright, so there's the in-tank media basket. I cleaned it up a bit. It was actually pretty filthy. And there's the marine pure gems soaking in the bowl with the rubble rock. So I will go ahead and put everything in there back inside the media basket, and let's take it back to the aquarium. Just line it up and drop it in slowly so we're not causing a ruckus in the water levels here. Voila. Cool. Okay, rubble rock is in. Looks like we upset the green star polyps a bit by turning off the water and taking things in and out. It is at the surface level, to be fair, but that's fine. It'll be okay. It's a hardy coral. So with the rubble rock in there, like I said, we'll give it about a week to colonize. Then we'll revisit and start taking the marine pure gems out. Once they're gone, I'll start doing my water changes to cut down the aluminum content in here. And then we'll do one more ICP test just to see if what we did worked. Yeah. Happy shrimp. Happy shrimp, happy tank, right? Cool, so stay tuned. I wanted to take a minute and sort of add an asterisk in here. So I haven't personally confirmed that the ceramic biomedia was the source of the aluminum in my aquarium. I'm basing this on other reef keepers' tests and reports where certain types of biomedia did correlate with higher levels of aluminum. So, I'm not knocking the product. I know lots of people use it for years without issues, and honestly, it probably would have been fine in here as well. So, my choice to remove it is just simply me being proactive. So, I know I keep mentioning it, but when you have an aquarium this small, the margin for error really is razor thin. Like, things can just go wrong overnight because of something you missed. So, I'm just being proactive. I'm trying to remove a possibility right now rather than take a gamble and see if hopefully it's fine later. So that's really all it is. It's a couple days later. The rubble rock is still back there, just soaking up all those bacteria colonies and microfaunas. I did just do a 1 gallon water change today just to cut the aluminum down in half. And that's why the green star polyps don't look happy. They are probably sick of me at this point. I promise you guys it's for the best. Yeah, this is the day after the 1 gallon water change. I feel like I'm already seeing a positive result of taking a big chunk of that aluminum out. The corals seem bigger. I don't know, maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me. But this guy especially. this tricolor acropora, its polyps are definitely more extended than usual. So this is good. I think we're on the right track here. That 1 gallon water change, well, once the gems are gone, I'll do a few more water changes to produce it even further. I don't think there's nothing else that stood out in the ICP test, so it's got to be the aluminum. So once it's gone, hopefully I'll see much better growth and extension. So this is very promising so far. Alright, today's the day. So it's been about a week now since the rubble rock's been in there, just soaking in all those good bacteria colonies. So let's go ahead and take it out, get rid of those gems. There we go. Getting pretty good at that. And voila. Green star polyps annoyed again, but that's fine. At least we know the marine pure gems are out. And here they are. The marine pure gems out of the tank. So I'm hoping now that with these things gone, aluminum will be under control. Here we are. This is the day after I removed the biomedia. So far everything's looking pretty good, I would say. Side note, I took the pump out and gave it a good clean, and when I put it back in, the flow rate went up substantially, so I did have to turn it down. I need to be better about doing that. I think this is where I'll leave it now. So I'll do my water changes, I'll do another ICP test. I'll post the results in a future video just to see if that helped cut the aluminum down in the tank. After this, I think I'm going to start doing water changes, like once a month maybe, as just a standard part of the tank maintenance. Even though I really don't need to import or export anything, I think just freshening it up would probably be good for the health of everything overall. Maybe I'll start doing quarterly ICP tests as well, because that was very helpful. I learned quite a lot from it. Hopefully you learned something too. If you did, drop a like, I'd appreciate it, and thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you guys later. Take care.